winning over there the argument. We are winning the argument, and we are using social media very wisely because we have something to say. So if you look at the Twitter account of Jack Mincy or Trudeau or Scheer, there's nothing there. But for us, our strategy is very well known. Every morning, I'm having a discussion with my team, and we look at the news. And we try to use the news to promote our policies, because we have something to say, so it's easy. So every day on our Twitter account, Facebook page, we use the social media to promote our policies, and you know, the news is helping us a little bit. With the fires that happen in Brazil and other countries, you know, the world is supposed to be in fire. But actually 10 years ago, the BBC, and you know, the BBC is not fake news usually. The BBC, look at that, all the media in Canada, in English and in French, the last 2 weeks, they were saying, you know, the fires that happen right now on the globe, that's the worst ever, and blah, blah, blah. You've read that, you know that. But the BBC, look at the satellite photos, and you know, we had more fires on this planet 10 years ago than this year. So there's no emergency. The climate is always changing, and that's okay, and it's not because of us human. You know, it's not because of us. CO2, it's a great gas, and it's important for life, but yes, too much CO2, it can affect the climate change, but greenhouse effect too much, but CO2 is not pollution. It is not pollution, but it tried to put that in our head that it's pollution and we must tax you, regulate you, and do everything, and change our way of life. No, we won't do that. It's very important for us, and we have to explain that to the population. So, Patrick Moore, I'm not a scientist. As you know, Patrick Moore was the ex-founder of the Greenpeace movement, and he's a scientist. And he said, you know, the human activity, it is not the main reason for climate change. It is not the main reason. That's our position. We're not climate denier. We know that the climate is changing. The only thing that is different from us and all the other leaders, it's we don't believe, and scientifically we are right, that the human activity on this planet, it is not, so the CO2, it is not the main reason why we have climate change. There's the sun, the oceans, the volcanoes, there's a lot of things. And so, and I'm not alone saying that with the scientific communities. There's a lot of people there, so we have to explain that. But when Andrew Scheer and Justin Trudeau are saying that they will save the planet and they will be able to respect the targets in the Paris Accord, they are lying. It's not true. If you want to be sure to achieve the targets in the Paris Accord, all the experts are saying you must impose a carbon tax of $300 a ton, not $28 a ton, and they don't have the courage to say that to the population. So Andrew Scheer, with his plan to achieve the Paris Accord, won't be able to do that. Trudeau, same thing, won't be able to do that. They're hypocrites. They're not telling the truth. And that's why we won't sign the Paris Accord, because it's not something that it's important. There's no emergency. There's no climate emergency.